Hello students, I am Praveen Kishore. I have been teaching sociology for more than 25 years and there are many students who are there in civil services. They are now bureaucrats ranging from second ranker to third ranker to sixth ranker. Now earlier I was teaching somewhere else. Now I am teaching here with IS Delhi Institute. So NICE IS and IS Delhi Institute is jointly organizing this sociology class for 2027. Right? First I will be talking about the strategy. What strategy you should have in your preparation. Generally people think that first I should prepare for prelims, then we should go for mains. Earlier, a few years back, 7-8 years back, there was a gap of 5.5 months between the prelims exam and the mains exam. So that time was quite sufficient for preparation of the optional. But now we have only a gap of 2 months and 15 days or days. So definitely the time span for the preparation of optional is less, right? Secondly, if you are not prepared for mains, there is no meaning of prelims. So first you should try to prepare for mains and then you should go simultaneously for prelims. What I say that there should be integrated approach and this integrated approach should be mains come pre, right? You should be preparing both together. Only difference is in mains you have to write subjectively. In prelims you have multiple choice questions, objective questions. So when you finish a chapter, right, what you do in GS, when you finish a chapter, you write from mains perspective also the previous year questions or other questions, and then simultaneously you solve the objective questions also, and that will help you a lot. Before prelims exam, your optional should be prepared at least 60 to 70%, right? So that you have to emphasize, you have to give importance to optional. Now the next thing that I am going to tell you about which optional you should choose. Which optional whether you want to select public administration, psychology, history, mathematics, engineering, medical science or sociology, right? Now in the market you will find people telling that syllabus of sociology is short, syllabus of sociology is such that you can prepare in 2 months. Then you can say, you will find people saying that it is a highly scoring subject. I don't agree with all these things. A subject is never scoring. What is scoring is the students, right? So subject is never scoring, students are scoring. And students would score only when they find themselves interested in that particular subject. Now the question is how to identify your interest. Definitely, there are a large number of people who does not have the background of the subject that they go in civil services, go for civil services examination. For example, if you have a background of sociology, then your natural choice should be sociology. But if your background is something else, right, and you want sociology, you should have a different approach, right? Now, how to select a particular discipline? As I said, interest. So what you will do, first you will read some preliminary books, right? And then you will come to a conclusion. Mind it, preliminary study does not tell everything about the subject, its intricacies, what are the limitations, what are the problems that you are going to face in this particular discipline. So, the simple strategy for the selection of the optional should be, you try to know your interest, right? Then you try to know the nature of the subject, and then you try to read that and then finally conclude, right? The question is here, it is very important that there is no objective way to decide about the subject. For example, when you would get interest in a subject, when you study it, when you understand it, when you focus on understanding, right? And when you focus on understanding, interest generates, and then again in that interest motivates you to read more. So this is a cyclical process, right? Interest motivates you to focus the study, and more you study, more interest would be generated. Now definitely there is no objective method to select the optional, and we do many things, short syllabus, various scoring, then there are large number of people, like if you see this year 2025 result, you will find a number of students with sociology optional, they have qualified. In the top 20 itself, 5-6 students are there. The second ranker also has the sociology as optional. Whatever may be the criteria of your selection, once you select the subject, after that don't vacillate, commit to that subject. What I say generally sarcastically, that before marriage you do everything. You search the girl or boy for yourself. You analyze who is good for you, who is bad for you, whether you want educated person, whether you want a person with good economic background, you want a very fair person, or you want a brown person, XYZ, whatever is the criteria to assess. But once you are married, then you should commit to your marriage, right? So this should be the criteria, the process to select the optional. This is absolutely wrong that this subject is more scoring and that subject is less scoring. Students, if you read the subject properly, if you approach the subject as per the requirement of the subject, then only you will be scoring more. Now, why sociology optional you should go for? There would be people who would be saying that it overlaps with GS. In fact, all discipline, whether you talk about political science, geography, history, sociology, everything, all the subject overlaps with the general studies. So that is not a big criteria. The nature of sociology is such that what I say, sociology is a qualitative discipline. Qualitative discipline, not quantitative discipline, right? There are certain subjects where the study material is very voluminous, but as far as sociology is concerned, the study material is not voluminous, but you need to have a qualitative study to understand the concept involved. Sociology is also said to be highly abstract discipline. Highly abstract discipline. And whenever a discipline is highly abstract, you don't need to try to memorize it, you try to understand it. So those who believe in conceptual understanding, those who are not interested in that much forced learning, right, or memorize the things, you can go for sociology, right? So sociology is a qualitative discipline, it is an abstract discipline, it requires understanding, not memorization to that extent. I'll not say there is no role for memorization, but if I compare, understanding dominates over memory. So if you are interested in such type of discipline, you can go for sociology, and definitely it gives you confidence when you find that a large number of students, they qualify with sociology, right? So this is one thing I will say. Once you have concluded that you are going with a particular discipline, so to say in our case sociology, then you should commit to it. Problems would be coming, but we have to overcome that problem, and in that journey I will be assisting you, I'll be going with you. We and I and you will walk together, right, and will resolve the issue that is coming in your preparation, right? So this is the criteria for selection of the subject. Don't fall prey to unscrupulous element who say many things. Rather, try to know the real issue behind every discipline. Now, here I'll be talking about that, as I said earlier, NICE IS, the parent institution for the sociology optional that was run by me, is now jointly organizing this class with IS Delhi Institute in Old Rajendra Nagar. It is available in hybrid manner, that is both offline and online it is accessible, right? The online access is for 15 days more than the duration of the offline classes, right? Now I will talk about the fees, right? Right now we have fixed the fees as 50,000, but all those who are taking admission before 30th April 2026, they will be getting a discount of 40%. That is, they will have to pay only rupees 30,000 including GST, right? Now how to enroll yourself, right? Now you can enroll by physically coming to the institute, right, which is there in the Old Rajendra Nagar, Delhi, or you can enroll yourself online on the NICE IS website and the IDI IS Delhi Institute website. For example, for NICE IS, the address of the website is niceis.org, right? So this you can do. So now we are going to start this batch from 1st June 2026. We'll have classes 5 days a week from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. right? Thank you.